Hello to all of you beautiful people. You know what time it is. It's a little time with Dolores Jones, your comeback coach, honey. Now this topic, I know men, women, everybody. Y'all gonna watch this one. Y'all gonna watch this one. Y'all, especially men, they're gonna watch this one. Because do you know that there are women who actually talk men out of loving them? Now, there are people who can talk anybody out of loving them. But we're going to talk about that. And the most important thing is I want you to ask yourself, can you identify with that? When you hear these things that I talk about, do you see yourself? The other thing is if you do, is that where you want to be? Because here's the thing. You can say there are no good men all day long. That doesn't mean it's true. Maybe there are no good men for you. You can say, don't nobody know how to love me like I need to be loved. That may not be true because you may not be comfortable with somebody loving you. So we're going to talk about that, and I'll get your comments and you share this video because this is deep here. While I do that, again, I'm Dolores Jones. Hi, Renee. The comeback coach. I'm based here in Overland Park, Kansas, which most of you may know Kansas City. All right, Kansas City, here I come. All right. And make sure that you subscribe to the Fly Nubian Queen Network, the network for melanated women. I'm one of the contributors, and I am very appreciative of that. But let's get to this. Do you know that it is possible that you can stop a man from loving you? Taylor said, I'm listening. Faze in Georgia, she said, girl, I know I know what you're talking about. And this is how, these are a couple of ways that you do this. Ladies, listen up, please, just listen. Part of it is because we are our own worst critics. And if we're not okay with ourselves, when someone gives us a compliment or they say they're trying to talk to you, first of all, you become suspect. You be like, what'd you say hi to me for? Why you want to take me to lunch? And that's your baggage. That's the baggage from your past, from your childhood, and you need to see a therapist. You need a comeback coach. Okay, all right. Hey, Steve. That's number one. When you keep digging up your past, even like, well, so-and-so said he would never love me, and he said this, and so you're trying to make someone else prove to you, or listen, how do you say that? You're trying to make another person who's into you make up for the other person, that mistreated you. I hear it all the time. Men are like, Miss D. I'm like, yeah, I love this girl, but Miss D, every time she sees me with another woman, she's like, she starts bugging out. She starts tripping with me. And she's like, you looked at her too long. I was like, really? What's wrong? I don't know. And then she's blowing out my phone. She's going through my phone. See, those are signs of insecurity. Would you love somebody like that? Absolutely not. You're bugging. Okay? He didn't do it. Maybe Jeffrey did it. But now you're talking to James. But here's the thing. It's very challenging to love someone who doesn't love themselves. You're mistreating yourself. You talking crazy to yourself. First, and you talking crazy to your kids. First of all, I wouldn't want to be with a woman who mistreats her children. Call them out of names. Just outlandishly ridiculous. But that's one way, because you're insecure. And let me tell you something. A responsible man, because oftentimes we say, I want a real man. Listen, from where I sit, a real man is a responsible man. He's about his business. Okay? He don't have time to babysit you. He ain't got time to babysit you. If you're going to be a woman, you need to show what you got to listen. He ain't got time to babysit you, especially if you have a very powerful, influential man and you know he's in the public and you know he's doing his thing. If he has not given you a reason to not trust him, then stop putting him through that. Because sometimes, now man, y'all not gonna get off on this one. Well, I cheated because she wanted me to. No, you cheated because eventually that's what you wanted to do. So don't say that's because she wanted to do, but she gave you an out. She gave you an out. Okay? Another way men get tired, based on where I'm coming from, is they can never make you happy. Ever. Baby, I bought you some roses. Well, you know I like lilies. Did you buy your other girlfriend some roses? And you're like, what? And they be like, I'm playing. No, you ain't playing. Men, listen up. When you hear a woman throwing out that type of shade, she got a problem. She got a problem. Another way Men are not going to compete with you, lady, when it comes to their children. They're just not going to do it. But men, listen, if your ex-wife is your best friend, you need to put those boundaries together, or you need to go ahead and be with your ex-wife because she's your best friend, okay? I'm just letting you know what's right. Don't compete with these children. They were there first. And men, you don't want somebody who's going to ask you to shorten your time with your children, because that takes away your time to be responsible. You don't want nothing like that. You don't want nothing like that. The other thing, men don't like dumb women. They don't like dumb women. He can't love you because you have no ambitions and no goals. I mean, it's admirable for a man to say, hey, baby, I want to take care of you. But nowadays, the men that I know and the world we live in, y'all know it says it takes about 2 incomes. But beside that, a man who is a winner wants a woman who is a winner. Okay? And you can't, I mean, listen, you got to be about your business. And here's the thing. Once you get with him, don't stop taking care of your business. Because that is one of the things that set you apart. And then all of a sudden, you're like, girl, I got it now. Listen, it ain't that much coochie in the world. And I know you think yours might be made of gold. Okay, silver and gold. Okay, don't take me there. Maybe it is. But at the end of the day, honey, there's somebody's coochie that's made out of platinum. I'm going to make it ring up in here on myself. Here. But you got to do more than put it on him, honey. You got to be able to put some things forward. No man want no dumb woman. Because eventually, everybody gets tired of something, right? So everybody needs a challenge. Everybody needs a challenge. So, well, man, what your wife doing? Man, this girl, she won't work. I was talking to an attorney. All this time, no, he's a judge. All the time they were dating, you know, he was courting her, she was working. And as soon as she got pregnant and they got married, she stopped working. And would complain. And then he would say, you've been home all day. Couldn't you have done something? And so then she wants to argue back and forth. He ain't trying to do that. You know what? They got a divorce. And now she still don't have a job. And all the time. See, if a man is willing to be responsible and make it easier, then go on back and get that PhD. Go get, I wanted to write a book. Well, you had every moment to write a book. Listen, you have 2 things in life. You have reasons and results. And results are the only thing that count. So don't get mad. You know, and I know how we are, y'all. Oh, y'all might not like me after I say this. So let me say this. I'm Dolores Jones, your comeback coach. Go to Dolores Inspires Me. You'll find more information about my book called Stop the Dumb Stuff. Yes, Dolores Jones TV is on YouTube. Okay. Some of us, black women, African American, we get a real bad taste in our mouth and an attitude when we see one of our men. Notice I said one of our men, like we own all the black men. I mean, that's just something that we just grab hold of. When we see another man dealing with a woman of another ethnicity. Okay? And we think that it's because she lets him run all over her. And let me tell you something. That is not necessarily the case. Okay? I know some white women that are cold with it. I know some Beckys that will beat you down. Do you understand? But what I have found is, for one, some of these women are good cheerleaders. They're like, yeah, baby, you do it. They're not criticizing them all the time. And then the women have things to do. I'm not talking about trailer park, because I know some of y'all about to go there. Because not all of them from the trailer park. So stop playing. Stop playing. You're just getting mad. You're getting mad. Okay? But you mad for the wrong reason. You should be mad that you're sitting on your butt and you're not doing anything. Like Tyrese said, sitting on your ass, complaining, not doing anything. He said, watch me go get it. And that is exactly what some women are doing. They're going to get the man that you want. Because he ain't got time to babysit. You have men who come up to you and say, oh, baby, you so pretty. I got stretch marks. He don't care. Didn't Kendrick Lamar talk about that? Now he can't focus on your breasts because you talking about all the stretch marks you got on your booty. He said, ooh, baby, I like your thighs. You like, you see all this cellulite? He don't care. Cottage cheese and everything. I see women walking around with no pants on, cottage cheese, and I was like, okay. And if you're concerned about that, go get you some pineapple juice and some grapefruit juice and some other things that will help change that. There's a way to get fit. There are men who can't love you because you're mean as a rattlesnake. Just me. Snap the head off. I used to have people come up to me and say, Dolores, why are beautiful women so bitter? Well, correction, not all beautiful women are bitter. So we don't want to deal with generalities. Maybe the women that you met who were beautiful. Or I would meet somebody and say, oh my God, you're so beautiful, you're so smart, and you're nice. Some people can't love you because you're not nice. You always got an attitude. Every day with you is like PMS. Do you know that's called premenstrual dysphoric disorder? You need to go see your doctor, get some vitamins, take your medication. I don't know what it is. It could be Celexa like me. It could be Wellbutrin. You just need to do what you got to do. Now, here's the other thing, ladies. They can't love us because we won't let them. We keep convincing them that I'm not enough. Okay, for example, ladies, I'm about 5'10", 6 feet when I put my stilettos on. Now, I've been approached by men who are a little vertically challenged, but I've met some that are very, very powerful. And they don't have the short man complex. Now, there was a time when I would say things like, oh, honey, I mean, do you like tall women? And I'm not thinking, he's like, baby, yes, because I just asked you a question. I asked you out. What do you mean, do I like tall women? So now, instead of him focusing upon what really drew him to me, now I'm pointing out things, our differences. So now I've missed my opportunity of a beautiful relationship. It happens like this too. Ladies, a white guy comes up to you. Now, I don't get many that approach me. I don't know why. Okay? And they say, hey, you're beautiful. And you be like, you ever dated a black woman? As if he don't know that you're black, okay? Yeah, I was in college. His name was Tim Payne. I should have married Tim. But I was stuck on stupid. Tim was a graduate student. I was a broadcast journalism student at the University of Missouri School of Journalism. And this young man adored me. Tim was at the Kojic Church, honey. He's just rocking for Jesus. He just wanted to be with Dolores Jones, okay? He was telling me how awesome I was. And here I am thinking, but he's white. I had a gathering. He the only white person in there, just cooking. He adored me. But I couldn't get past the thought that what if I bring him home to Kansas to the church? What are they going to say? So what did I do? When Tim told me, I love you, Dolores, I said, Tim, I already know who I have to get married to, who I have to marry. Because, see, some of us are bound by certain expectations of your family, your culture, your friends. That's why some people can't love you. You too connected to the tradition. Are your traditions keeping you broke and unhappy and unfulfilled and unsatisfied and pissed off? I'm just asking these questions. Don't get mad at me. Just think about it. Are you an unlovable woman? Okay. Can you have a conversation that makes sense? Can you talk about something other than getting your hair and your nails done? Okay. Men find confidence to be very, very sexy. You know what I mean? Just sexy. Now, I'm learning, don't overdo it, because some of us, we be like, But nowadays, men are like, I like to climb trees. I'm like, baby, listen, I'm not even a tree, okay? But you can come on up a little higher, bring them standards up. See, you got to have a personality. People like to laugh. They ain't trying to hear all your problems. I went to work and so-and-so wasn't talking to me, and then I went to church and such. You're a complainer. You're a whiner, not a warrior. I'm a warrior. Are you a warrior or a whiner? You may hate to see you coming. Hate to see you coming. And then peep this. Your mama, the guy's mama, and their family be like, we don't like her. She's a trip. What, mama? She a trip. She a trip. She a trip. Can he take you to the can he take you to the Christmas party at the job? Can he? Baby, I love that lipstick you got on. Oh, you do? Well, I just really prefer red, but today all I could find was orange, but I'm glad that you like it, but I don't know. Well, if you don't know, who else is supposed to know? Who else is supposed to know? Just talking people out of loving you. Now, here's the thing. all of us have issues and all of us have imperfections. But the problem is when we're perfectionists, and I am a converted perfectionist and I'm still working on it daily. Just like AA, I have to keep working on it because we all have our stumbling blocks, right? Mine might not be drugs and alcohol. Mine has been professionalism and perfectionism. Listen, y'all know what I'm trying to say, okay? And I grew up with that because some of us don't know who we are. Like with me, I struggle with self-esteem issues. I buried my mother when I was 5 years old. She was gone. And that's what little girls supposed to be in the mirror, you know, looking, and mama's supposed to tell you how pretty you are and your eyes are pretty and you look just like your mama. So I missed out on that. So some of us become what they call affirmation whores, okay? Tell me I'm wonderful. If you don't tell me I'm wonderful, I don't know what's wrong. Well, what do you mean you're not? What do you mean? Why were you late? Was you late? Was you talking to someone on the phone again? You're just accusing a person. You don't believe them. They still trying to convince you that they want you, and you mad because you think he still wants so-and-so. Well, here's the thing. If you flip the script, right, and you realize that you are the prize, and so even if he goes to so-and-so, it's his loss. Unless you are a hellraiser, because ain't nobody trying to be with no hellraisers. I don't care how pretty you are. Are you talking people out of loving you? Get up on you, your hygiene is off. Now, I don't even know why I went there, but I'm going there. Your hygiene are off. He coming up to you telling me, hey, baby, how you doing? Just breath is on fire. Just burn, just singe his beard game. This beard just start burning, just like that. You got to have it together, okay? He can't love you because you don't even take care of yourself. You don't even take care of yourself. You don't take care of yourself. You don't take care of yourself. He can't love. Listen. When I was married, the second time. Now see, I got reasons why I'm divorced. I got 2 husbands because I was tripping, okay? But I've been working on myself. Constantly. So whenever I'm ready to do that or have a life partner that I want to, you know, do this with, then I will. But at this moment, it's all about me working on Dolores because nobody's even going to babysit Dolores. I don't care how much you've accomplished. There are those areas that if you don't handle those, they're not going to be handled. Now listen, I meant to tell y'all this, okay? I was married to a handsome, bald-headed, sexy chocolate man. But nothing I could do could please him. If I said hello to another man, he got angry. He was up and down, up and down, up and down. He was very critical of me. Now, what's interesting is if you're critical of a man, because we're all human. When we take away the gender, we're still human beings. And so I'm going through all these changes and I'm tripping and I'm going through all these changes and he's creating fictitious email addresses and sending me crazy stuff. And I'm like, why is this man playing games with me? And I knew it was him. He's trying to see if he could get me, you know, work me up without somebody else woman that went. I said, listen, bro, you know. So finally I said, you know what? You make my ass hurt. He was like, I said, you make my ass hurt. Now, I love you, but I got to leave you. Because you make my ass hurt. I don't know if I'm coming or going in this relationship. I ain't here to be no yo-yo. I'm not here to be on an emotional roller coaster. Loving you ain't never easy. That song is on take, okay? Somebody got that. So I said, let me tell you something. Let me get out the way so your wife can get here. Because this ain't working for me. Because the person you want me to be, I am not. And it's the same way, ladies, when a man's trying to love you. If you decided to stay in a relationship where there was infidelity, that was your decision. He's still paying for it 20 years ago. Here's the thing. Y'all ready for this? I'm going to drop this on you and it's going to be free this time. Some people can love you, but they don't like you. Okay? You ever love somebody, but you just don't like to be around them? You love them from a distance. You might have thought they were the prettiest person ever. You might have thought he was so fine. But once you get inside the person's head and you see that there is nothing but an echo, or if you get close to somebody and they lack emotional intelligence, There's just certain things when you're trying to go to another level, you must have mastered those things, or you are not going to get those things. It's time out for the little flower thing we used to do when we were kids. Somebody, he loves me not. He loves me not. And then you pick up another flower because you're hoping that it says he loves me. That's a game, honey. That's a game. Because a person can love you and leave you. You know why? Because they don't want to deal with that foolishness. Am I preaching today? I'm just trying to talk to y'all. By the way, I'm Dolores Jones, the Comeback Coach. This is the Fly Nubian Queen Network. I am glad to be a contributor. Why don't you text the word Queens to 31996 and you will find out when we're live. There are a lot of us out here, and we just want to talk real to real people. Can we talk to real people? Are you one of the women who you talk a man out of loving you? Baby, I like your chicken. I burnt the chicken. Baby, I love the chicken though. No, you don't love that chicken, boy. You don't love that chicken. I love your chicken. Stop lying. Every time I talk to you talking about you love my food, you know you don't love my food because my mom and them said I can't cook. And he's like, I can't win for losing. Have you ever heard somebody say that? I can't win for losing. And they just say, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. Forget it. And then they're walking around with a woman who appreciates them. Have you seen somebody that maybe they weren't easy on the eye, but then when you start talking to them and they got their swag and their confidence and everything that comes out of their mouth, you be like, damn. You ever done that before? You be like, well, I didn't really think she was pretty, but now let me take a second look. Okay? It's something about confidence. Don't get mad. You don't take care of yourself. They'll love you and leave you. And I'm not talking about somebody doing you wrong. I'm saying nobody wants to be in the house with a hellraiser. Nobody. I don't care if you got kids. They be like, I'm trying to stay with your mama, but she making it hard. She talking crazy to me. She talking real crazy to me. What you mean you want an older woman? Boy, you don't know what you want. and you know what? The beautiful thing about recognizing if you are one of these women is that awareness is so key, because once you know what you're up against, then you can begin to attack it from the root, because what you feed will grow and what you starve will die. And so you got to start doing work from the inside out. It's the inside out, because when the person gets into an intimate moment with you, they're looking into you, and we need to see what is in there. Are you an imposter? You an imposter? So, girl, I guess I ain't gonna never get married. Well, yeah, you probably won't, because I've been around some women just crazy as, I'd be like, oh, she ain't never getting married. Oh, she ain't never gonna have no man. Babe, you just go ahead and stay single. You're gonna be single for a long time. Because if he don't want me, and I may be a little ghetto right now, but it's okay. Because then let's go to the flip side, the bougies. The bougies. What do you mean you're gonna take me to that restaurant? Where do you work? Self-righteous and arrogant. That's another reason somebody won't love you. So it's the flip side too. You got to have a job if you want to be with me. You got 6 figures or more? The question is, lady, do you have 6 figures? You have 6 figures. You so worried about his credit and his credit reports, his credit cards, and his check. Have you checked his character? Have you checked to see if he's faithful? Have you checked to see if he's kind, if he's loving? Does he have the fruits of the Spirit, or is he ready to fight you? Girl, I ain't talking to him. Y'all remember Daddy's Little Girls when, oh Lord, that man is fine. Idris, Lord have mercy, he taken now. And then you had Gabrielle Union, and she was feeling him, and he was feeling her, but she was stuck up because her environment kept her stuck up. You know how they were at the what was that, the museum or the aquarium in Atlanta? That's where I was too, right before. And they're like, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing with him? What are you doing with him? Well, you can't be seen with him. Come on. He's a mechanic. They can't love you because your friends won't let them love you. No, listen. They can't love you because your friends won't let you love him. Okay? Your girlfriends that walking around acting like they're happy in their own relationship. Anybody who has experienced love would want everybody to experience love. Let me tell you that again. Any secure person in their right mind would want other people to be happy and to experience love. Now, if you sitting around and you got all these bitter, broken people in your circle, and you wondering why you can't go nowhere, why you can't get no date, why everybody comes up to a crowd and they overlook you. Well, what do you have that stands out? Big hips and full lips? Thick in the waist and pretty in the face? You do know gravity happens, right? Now, I'm not saying don't work on your girls. I'm not saying that, honey. I'm not saying that. I'm saying you want to come correct. And stop making all these demands. How can we demand something of a man that we are not willing to demand of ourselves? Now, listen, I know your grandma did this and your great-grandmother did that. And there are some basics to being a responsible adult. But listen, baby, we are not back in 1960. We're in 2019 of the year of our Lord. So some things have changed. Did you not get the memo? Did you get the memo? Oh, okay. You letting your friends, listen, you so worried about your reputation that you're not willing to do the work for the progress that needs to happen in your life. So you so worried about somebody saying you pretty, and you're not willing to go through the pain of change. So then, because there are men who want somebody that got some backbone, they want to stick and stay, and they ain't looking for no doormat now. Now, don't get me wrong now. See, they want, they want somebody saying, "Hey, baby, how you doing? Okay, now you can't cross me, boo. Come on in here with your fine self, boy. What you want? You want me to rub your feet? You want me to rub your feet?" He be like, "Man, right? You ain't got to fuss at him, girl. Just make him want to stay home. You be putting him out, telling me, baby, come on with your friends. Come on with your friends. You sure, baby? Come on with your friends. You gonna be back when I get here?" Okay. The power of a woman. The power of a woman. We're so powerful. You're more than your punani. We're so powerful, but we're focused on the wrong things. What's up in here? Got silicone and stuff all over the place. Buying fake booties. For what? Is he gonna love you more? No, he gonna love that figure that you got. As soon as he finds somebody else to come up with a bigger booty, with more money and more silicone, he gonna replace them. And then y'all know, as we become older, we become wiser. So if you get with a man that back at one point he was silly, that's a different story. But when he grows up, he's gonna be looking for different things. He's gonna be looking for different things. Can't make you happy, can't give you a compliment every time they give you a compliment, you shoot it down. Got a stank attitude all the time. Possessive, controlling. Now, here's the other side of that. There are some women who aren't possessive and controlling, they're just broken. And I have been one of them. And there are areas in my life that God is still working on. And that's part of the reason I am single. And I'm fine. I'm content. Now, when it get about midnight, there are days I'll be like, Lord, now you know I want to hug Jesus. I just want to cuddle. You know that they say that we're supposed to get 15 hugs a day, and I don't want to hug nobody else. I want to hug him for a long time. Okay? But some of us ain't ready, because as soon as we get with him, we just stop working. We're working on ourselves. Girl, this is it. He's going to be fine. Girl, he's fine. You see how fine he is? Girl, he's smiling. Hi, baby. Or listen to this. I've done this before, because listen, I am not a Chef Boyardee, right? Now, I can burn when I want to. But my grandma, when she was raising me, she just didn't allow me to stay in the kitchen. In fact, she made me take speech and all these other classes. I could not take sewing. I couldn't take home ec. So she's like, this is what you're going to do, because you're going to have your own money. You're going to have people that work for you. I mean, she was speaking that into me. But I wish she would have just said, come on in here and let me show you how to make this meatloaf. Because the first time I tried to make a meatloaf, I put ketchup with hamburger. It was a complete disaster. And I crumbled up some crackers. But that's been my area, right? That's been my area. I have anxiety attacks when it comes to cooking. I just do. And so sometimes I'm getting with somebody and I really like him. He's like, can you cook? I'll be like, yeah, but I really like to cook together. it wasn't my cooking that drew the person. It's the personality. It's the spirit of a woman. It's the essence of a woman. And so if I allow the fact that I don't cook like Patti LaBelle to override the other elements of who I am as a woman, then I'm canceling me out. You lost before you got started. You know what I mean? You just cancel yourself out. Hey girl, so-and-so, he want to talk to you. Who? So-and-so's brother? The one with the curly hair? Yeah, he's tall. Girl, I ain't talking to him. Why not? Because I ain't his type of woman. How do you know what his type of woman is? How about maybe you can change his taste buds? Okay. Have you thought about that? Okay. Now we must be mindful, ladies, that some of the things we really want, they're the same things men want. They want to be respected. They want to be honored. They want to know that you got their back. They don't want you to be a pushover, and they don't want to push you over. Now, when I say they, now listen, I'm with y'all too. I'm with y'all. Some of us like a man with a little thug in him. We do. Actually, what we're saying is we want you to, well, you better show me you got some street smarts. Now, listen, honey, listen. If you ask for a converted thug, you best believe you better be ready to handle the thug tendencies. Because that's what I asked for, and I got one. He did 10 years in the penitentiary, okay? He was smart as a whip, but crazy as hell. He had what they call triggers. Triggers. That's something else that cause you a problem. Triggers. You got all these triggers. You got all these hang-ups. Triggers and hang-ups. And everything is everybody else's fault. It's never your fault. It's never your fault. It's never my fault. Well, why did that relationship work out? Because so-and-so was a dummy. Oh, okay. Well, what's his name? He was a really great guy. What happened to him? Girl, please. Well, what? He thought I was going to be there for his beck and call. Well, didn't you want somebody that was going to call you? Well, yeah. I mean, but like he called me every day. Okay, well, okay. Well, so-and-so didn't call you at all. I know, but you know what? He's just too nice. You're like, oh, okay. Girl, he gave me a key to his house. I hope he don't think I'm coming in there to clean his house, because I ain't nobody's maid. He trusts you enough. He trusts you enough. He wants you to be there when he gets home sometimes. You know what I mean, Tyrone and Jeffrey? They do. They don't want to argue. And there are some men who like full, voluptuous women. And they like it. They like it all. They like the folds. They like the fat back. They like it all. And who are you to tell them not to? So, I ask you again, my friends. Are you one of those women who talks a person out of loving you? Because you don't love you? Because you haven't come to terms that your past is over? Because you got secrets that you feel like if they found out about my secrets, then they wouldn't want to love me anyway. So therefore, I'm going to cut them off before it even gets started. Thank you, baby girl. Thank you so much. I'm going to cut them off. You don't come in here trying to love me, because once you love me, you're going to leave me. You're going to break my heart. So let me just cut. Let's just not even get started. Like, my God. I was guilty of that. There's this one guy, he was like OCD. That means like everything. I mean, we were riding in his car. He had a little brush. And I was just like, oh, he can't come over my house. He can't come over. Because I was just like, he might find some dust. I was tripping. And it was like you overanalyze it, and then you start suffering from a paralysis of analysis, right? Because I was like, oh, he ain't gonna like no dishes in the sink. Not to say I like dishes in the sink, but I was like, I could just see him go 10, 4. I was like, forget it. And he's like, but I just want to get to know you. I was like, no. Can I come back? No. Let's just meet at Starbucks or something. Let's just meet someplace else. But baby girl, I've been trying to get to know you for 7 months. That's fine. You ain't got no kids at home, do you? No, it's just me and my puppy. Oh, okay. Well, no, it's okay. I'm saved. I'm saving mine for Jesus. Then you be lying on Jesus. I'm saving mine for Jesus. Jesus be like, baby girl, you got cobwebs up in here, okay? Don't be putting me in the middle of your mess, talking about I'm saving it for Jesus. The question is, does Jesus want it? Jesus said, come as you are. But the man said, baby, you better come up in here with some lipstick on, some fishnets sometimes. Got that grill together. Honey, smiling. Some men look to see how you take care of other people. Yeah, that's right. Jeffrey, you said it best. Jeffrey said, you shut down before the man can even get started. Woo! Jeffrey, if you were here, I would give you a hug. And if you were single, I might go out with you because I like how you're thinking. Hey, Lawrence. That's right, honey. That's right. Y'all know what I say. Either you're a complainer or a game changer. But you can't be both of them. Complainer or game changer? Which one are you? When you're struggling and you're going through stuff, are you sitting in front of the television or are you at the library? Thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate you. Okay. Are you sitting at the library? Are you reading something? Are you, you just on social media? You can tell me more about Tamar. You can tell me more about Beyonce. I think Beyonce having another baby. Okay. Oh. Nene Leakes got a nose job. Wendy Williams' husband left her. Oh, okay. So what else are you going to do with yourself? Well, the last time I started school, what happened was, and you still talking about what happened was, this is how I'm going to close this out. Because we all know that First Lady Michelle Obama was the baddest one. Classy. She will always be that for me. Okay? But one of the things she talked about when she was being interviewed at the Essence Festival this year by Gayle King, she said a couple of things. And she said, listen, you don't want to get the weakest player on the bench. Because she likes to liken relationships as sports. Now, you will recall that former President Barack Obama was an intern for Michelle Obama. I'm going to say that again. She was his intern. Okay? She was his intern. That's it. But she said she looked for certain qualities. And she said she wanted to see if he could win. Could he win? She wanted him on her team because he could win. He fine though, y'all. He fine. It'd be nice to have one that's fine and gonna win. He got a certain swag about it. But she wanted to know where his head is. Where's his head at? Where's your head at? And she looked at those things. She said you also want to be with somebody who wants you to win as much as you want them to win. Men, take that for free. Yeah, he was her intern. You want to be with somebody that wants you to win as much as you want them to win. Person got to have a playbook. They got to have a strategy. I have a dear friend, and his name is Jack A. Daniels, and that is his real name. And he has a book, and it says, are you the friend, the freak, or the forever? I said, what did you say? There's a chapter in his book. And it says, are you the freak, the friend, or the forever? Now, you know if you're a freak, he's not going to love you, okay? They tell you that going in. It's all about booty. The friend, you may stay in a friend zone. He might want to talk stuff to you, but he can love you, but he might not be in love with you, right? Or are you the forever? And what makes you the forever? What sets you apart from the average woman? It's your standards. It's your values. See, there are men, and I said this in another video, and if you get a chance, go check it out. And what video was that? I don't know, but anyway, it's out there. But there are men who want you because you stand out from the crowd. And there are some of them, check this out, this is free this time. There are some of them who will just approach you. They will approach you just to see how far they can get with you. Do they have to work for it? Or do you make it easy? Do you stand by your standards, or does he sweep you off your feet and you just throw your standards out the door along with your panties? I know what I'm talking about. And you'd be like, golly, how did it happen? Jesus be offense all around. Keep your clothes on. Okay? And you don't have to be in denial. You have to just make a decision as to who you choose to be. Right? You know how you got this title, and men, y'all men, we do this to y'all. We be like, he the president, child. He the president of his own company. But just because a person is the president of their own company does not mean they have people skills. Okay? Just because somebody is wealthy does not mean they treat you well. So you better come on with that. Okay? Question is, do you have a contingency plan? Oh, that's another book right there. Come on, Professor Dolores Jones. I'm trying to say it. I'm trying to say it. Bella Rose, come on up here, baby. I got a puppy. Where you go? She tired. Contingency plan. That means if this don't work out, I'm going to go to that. See, somebody wants somebody who is forward thinking. That's sexy. Okay? That is sexy right there. I mean, I love a confident man. I'd be like, girl, they'd be like, Dolores, my friends used to tease me. They'd be like, Dolores, he's 5'6". I was like, but he's so confident. She's like, Dolores, he looked like Mr. Brown. I said, but he's so confident. And I dated him. Mm-hmm. And for Halloween, he was Mr. Brown, and I was a police officer. I was like, pull over, pull over. What's your contingency plan? Are you going to be a complainer? You have a contingency plan. The other thing is, do you have a loving heart? Because as we get older, you know, I spent some time working at nursing homes or healthcare facilities as a social worker. And what I find is that people get older, and a friend of mine, he says that you are an adult once and a child twice. And what they mean by that is, as you grow into adulthood, you become an adult. But in some cases, you revert back to childlike behaviors, and you may need somebody to take care of you, like change your diaper. I know you don't want to think about the pens, honey, but this is the truth. You want somebody that loves you just for the essence. You walk into a door, you walk into the room, I just love her. Your energy, it's your energy. I just love being around you. You want to listen to stuff like that. I just love being around you. Every time I'm around you, I feel like I feel like I'm amazing. I feel great. Every time I see you, Dolores, you just make me laugh. Dolores, every time I'm around you, I want to kick a field goal. You know, do people say that about you? What do they say about me? Every time I'm around her, she always complaining. And she always talking about these old broke down ninjas that she dated. I don't want to hear about your past. Or your ex-husband. Or your husband. He was your husband. He don't care. He don't care. You want me to tell you that? He don't care. Have something to say. You got a conversation. What's your game plan, girl? What's your game plan? You better be like my mama's friend, Miss Linda. Miss Linda was like 5'2", and she was hippie, and she had a man named Flash. And she would say his name. She would say Flash, and Flash was real tall. He was probably like 6'4", and she's like 5'2", and she's wobbly, big old pretty self, like a big old peach, right? And so one day they was talking, you know, I was ear hustling as a kid. And Miss Linda said to the lady, she said, if you can beat me rocking, you can have my chair. I was like, I got to use that one day. What she was saying is, the stuff that I got, baby, you don't have this. You can't get this from the grocery store. You can't get this in cooking class. She was classy. She had a certain essence about her. In essence, she said, if you can beat me rocking, you can have my chair. They said, rock the boat, don't tip the boat over, honey, okay? Rock steady, baby. That's what I feel about it. Let's call this song exactly what it is. What it is, what it is, what it is. Honey, don't take me back to my radio personality days, because I will go there with Miss Aretha Franklin. All right, I got to go. People, Jeffrey started laughing. I'm serious. I will bust out in a song in a minute. You got to have some talents too. Can you sing? Can you whisper in his ear? Can you tell him a bedtime story? Y'all get me? I'm going into the zone. I got to get off of here because I'm trying to be saved. I'm saved. I'm just trying to stay deliberate. I'm trying to stay on my own. Why do I feel this way? This is not how it's supposed to be. Come through, Patti LaBelle. I got to go, y'all. I'm Dolores Jones, the comeback coach. My job is to help you bounce back better, not bitter, through life experiences and bad decisions. I want you to know that somebody wants to love you. The question is, are you talking them out of loving you? And if so, please stop doing that. And if you want to know more about that, you can inbox me, DM me, Dolores Jones, the comeback coach. I'm on Instagram, at my comeback coach. YouTube, Dolores Jones TV. Go subscribe, because there's going to be a moment when you ain't going to be able to get it here, baby. I don't want you to be left in the dark. I don't want you to be left in the dark. And make sure you subscribe to the Fly Nubian Queen Network, because this is where I got to get started. You know, they was like, Dolores, go on there. I was like, no, they don't want to hear from me. They said, Dolores, go do it. I started last year, and apparently y'all wanted to hear. So I appreciate you. Make sure you, can I get some love today before we go? Bella, come here. Bella Rose, come on. Say hi to my baby. Say hi to my baby. Say hi. Say hi to my baby. This is my baby. Hi, baby. Me and Bella, we're going to go bye-bye, okay? You want to say bye-bye, Bella Rose? This is my baby. This is how I feel my evening. Yes, I do. You might want to know how you take care of pets. Bye, everybody.